If you want to transition from being a freelancer to running a serious agency, you have to stop living inside the web browser. Most beginners spend hours clicking through the standard Google Ads interface, waiting for pages to load, and manually tweaking one keyword at a time. Professional media buyers don't do that, they use the Google Ads editor. Think of the editor as the offline command center for your campaigns. It is a dedicated software that sits on your desktop, allowing you to download your entire account, make massive changes without an internet connection, and then post those changes all at once. The biggest advantage here is speed and bulk management. Imagine a client has 5 different locations and you need to move a high-performing ad group from the Lucknow campaign into the Patna campaign. In the web interface, that's a dozen clicks and a lot of loading time. In the editor, it's a simple copy-paste, just like moving a file on your computer. But it's not just about speed, it's about safety. Because the editor works offline, you can experiment with radical changes, restructuring entire campaigns, or swapping out hundreds of headlines without the risk of a half-finished campaign going live. You only hit the post button when every single detail is perfect. This bulk action capability is what allows a single manager to handle 20 or 30 accounts without burning out. There is also a strategic, life-saving element to this tool. We've all been there. An account gets suspended or a client loses access to their original ID. If you've been using the editor, you have a local backup of every setting, every keyword, and every bidding strategy that was working. As you grow, you'll realize that high-level Google Ads management is less about clicking buttons and more about data architecture. Download the software today, it's free. When you scale from managing 1 or 2 accounts to handling dozens of clients, you need a central control system. In Google Ads, that system is the Manager account, formerly called MCC, My Client Center. Instead of logging into multiple Gmail accounts, you create one Manager account that sits at the top. From a single dashboard, you can monitor all client accounts, budgets, and alerts in one place. A key decision is link versus create. Link. If a client already has an existing account, you request access using their 10-digit customer ID. They approve the request, and you manage the account while the client retains ownership. This is the most transparent and professional setup. Create. Some agencies create a new account directly inside their MCC for the client. This shell account approach gives the agency more control over billing, setup speed, and internal strategy management. There's also a limit factor. A regular Gmail can usually handle about 20 ad accounts, while an MCC can manage hundreds, making it essential for agencies. Another advantage is cross-account reporting, which lets you analyze performance across multiple clients or industries at once. In short, an MCC is not just about organization, it positions you as a professional agency managing advertising at scale. In large-scale Google Ads management, payments don't always happen instantly. Most users rely on prepaid or automatic payments where a credit card is charged as ads run. But for agencies managing huge budgets, this can create serious cash flow pressure. That's where monthly invoicing comes in. Approved agencies, usually with an MCC and high consistent spend, receive a line of credit from Google. For example, if a client spends $50,000 per month, ads run throughout the month, and Google sends the invoice later, often with 30-45 days to pay. This creates liquidity. Many agencies collect ad spend from clients upfront. If 10 clients each pay $10,000, the agency holds $100,000 in cash, while Google won't request payment for weeks. That float can temporarily support salaries, rent, and operations. However, this also creates a retention barrier. Since billing is tied to the agency's corporate account, clients don't control the financial relationship with Google. Leaving the agency becomes harder, but there's risk. If a client doesn't pay or ad spend exceeds expectations, the agency is still liable to Google for the invoice. Because of this, many professionals prefer the service charge model. Clients pay Google directly from their own account, and the agency simply charges a management fee plus GST. It's cleaner, safer, and avoids handling large pass-through budgets. On platforms like Meta Platforms, Facebook, this system is called a line of credit. In Google, it's monthly invoicing. Both shift advertising from a consumer payment model to a corporate financial structure. Once finances are set up, the real growth begins with data. If you can't track it, you can't scale it. If you think Google Ads is just about writing good headlines and choosing keywords, you're only seeing the surface. The real advantage comes from tracking maturity. Beginners usually set up a simple thank you page conversion and stop there, but serious scaling requires Google Tag Manager, GTM. Instead of hard-coding multiple tracking pixels into a website, GTM acts as a container where you can manage tags for platforms like Google Ads, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Hotjar without touching the site's code. For e-commerce, the next level is the data layer. A basic conversion only tells Google that a sale happened. A data layer sends detailed information like SKU, category, and product value, so the algorithm understands which purchases are most valuable and can find more customers like them. Another key piece is dynamic UTM parameters. Instead of manually creating UTMs, dynamic tracking automatically passes campaign IDs, ad group IDs, and keywords into the CRM. When a lead arrives, the sales team knows exactly which keyword generated it. If the lead later becomes a customer, that revenue data is sent back to Google Ads, creating a closed-loop marketing system. Modern marketing also uses customer data platforms, CDPs, like Segment. A CDP tracks user behavior across websites, apps, and offline touchpoints to build a full customer profile. This allows highly precise audience targeting based on real customer behavior. Finally, tools like Microsoft Clarity and Hotjar provide heat maps and session recordings so you can watch where users struggle on your site. Instead of guessing why conversions drop, you can see the exact problem. High-level tracking removes the guesswork. With the right systems in place, marketing becomes a predictable, data-driven machine. In the final stage of the professional ecosystem, we talk about your badge of honor. You've probably seen the Google Partner logo on agency websites. It signals to the market that you're not just a freelancer with a laptop, you're officially recognized by Google. But earning this badge requires meeting 3 key pillars. Google wants proof that you manage real budgets. Your MCC account must maintain at least $10,000 USD, about 8.3 lakhs, in ad spend across client accounts within a rolling 90-day period. This shows you have experience handling significant budgets. You or your team must pass exams on Google Skillshop, search, display, video, measurement. For the partner badge, at least 50% of account strategists must be certified, and certifications must be renewed regularly to stay updated with Google's changes. Google tracks your optimization score. To maintain partner status, your account-wide score must stay above 70%. Not every Google recommendation improves client profitability. Some suggestions, like switching to broad match or increasing budgets, may benefit Google more than the client. There are 2 levels: Google Partner, standard recognition for professional agencies. Premier Partner, the top 3% of agencies in each country. They get beta features, dedicated Google support, and exclusive events. Why it matters? Partners appear in the Google Partner Directory, where businesses can find certified agencies. Becoming a Google Partner marks the shift from the learning phase to the authority phase. You now have the skills, systems, and official recognition to operate at a professional level. To understand how search ads really work, you need to know that the most important factor in your account isn't the budget or even the keywords, it's relevancy. If Google simply showed ads based on who paid the most, search results would be chaotic. Instead, Google maintains relevance through a key structure in the account, the ad group. Many people treat ad groups like simple folders for dumping keywords, but that's a mistake. Every ad group you create is actually a strategic decision to solve a specific relevancy problem. At the top of your account is the campaign level. This is where you set the main rules: budget, bidding strategy, location, and language. Whatever you choose here affects everything below it. For example, if you set the bidding strategy to maximize clicks, every ad group inside that campaign must follow it. So why split a campaign into multiple ad groups? Because of three key segmentation principles. 1. Types of searches. Different searches reflect different intent. For example, someone searching for silk sarees has a different intent than someone searching for wedding sarees. If both keywords sit in the same ad group, your ad copy becomes generic. But if you separate them, you can show highly relevant ads to each audience. 2. Number of keywords. Avoid overcrowding an ad group with too many keywords. When you add 50 variations, the theme becomes diluted and Google struggles to understand your ad's focus. A good practice is to keep around 10-12 closely related keywords per group. 3. Website structure. Your ad group should mirror your website structure. If your site has separate pages for office chairs and study tables, your ads should send users directly to those specific pages, not to a generic homepage. When you maintain tightly themed ad groups, Google rewards you with better relevance and often lower cost per click compared to competitors with poorly structured accounts. Stay tuned for more episodes. Subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so that you get notified for the next one.